Hi everyone, in this tutorial I am going to explain an easy method to stitch the collar neck. There are different ways to sew the collar. In my upcoming videos I will explain it one by one and this is one among the easiest method. First let's mark the measurements on the fabric. Add 1 inch seam allowance to your shoulder measurement and divide it by 2 and mark it over here. For me it's 8 inch here. Next mark the neck width which is 3 inch for me and neck depth 3.75 inch. Here I am going to demonstrate a medium size kurta neck. For other size measurements, you can check the following chart. From this chart, you can get an idea of your measurements. Give 1 inch slope at the shoulder. For the back neck, mark the same neck width as front side and neck depth 1 inch. Shoulder slope same as front side 1 inch. For making the front slit, take a piece of interfacing, fold it and keep it under the front neck and mark the neck curve. After cutting the curve, mark the slit measurements. Here I am taking the slit width half inch and depth 4 inch. Size chart already given for other sizes. Please check it to get an idea of your measurement. Cut and take out the interfacing with minimum 1 inch width. Place the interfacing on the wrong side of a piece of fabric and iron it. While ironing, switch off the iron box after checking the heat or else the interfacing may get stick to your iron box if the heat is small. I am going to overlock this one, that's why I am not leaving any extra allowance. If you are not overlocking, fold and stitch. For that you need to leave extra half inch seam allowance while cutting. Place the facing on the good side of the front panel and fix it there with a pin. Stitch very close to the interfacing. Don't stitch on the interfacing. When you reach the middle, stop your needle and turn the fabric to continue stitching. Leave 1/4 inch seam allowance while cutting here. It's better to give an inside press stitch here. You can leave this step if it's difficult for you to do. Give a stitch here to fix the facing properly. Place the right sides together and stitch the shoulder leaving half inch seam allowance. Make sure to give knot while starting and ending the stitches. We are going to find the collar measurement by tracing the neckline. For that, fold the kurta like this. Take a piece of interfacing, fold it and keep it under the neckline for tracing the neck. Draw a line and mark 3.5 inch from that line. That is half inch more than your neck width which you took. My neck width was 3 inch. I added half inch to that, then it is 3.5 inch. Fix it with pins before tracing. Check the measurement here. You get this measurement when you add your neck width and depth, which is 3 inch plus 3.75 inch equal to 6.75 inch for me. This way you can check if you folded it correctly. Trace the neckline. We are going to attach the collar on this line, which is 1/4 inch down to the actual neckline. So I am going to draw a line here, which is 1/4 inch down to the trace line to get the actual collar measurement. Mark the collar width. Here I am taking 1 inch. Join the marked 1 inch points and give a curve shape at the corner. Fix few pins before cutting the collar. It's better to double check the collar measurement before pasting into the fabric. While checking, make sure to keep the collar 1/4 inch down to the actual neckline where we are supposed to attach the collar. This way we can avoid making any mistakes while stitching the collar. While fusing the collar, draw 2 lines like this. This helps to place the collar correctly. Place the glued side of the collar on the wrong side of the fabric. Iron and fuse it neatly. Leave 1/4 inch seam allowance while cutting here. Fold and iron it neatly. Place this on the right side of a piece of fabric and pin it. Stitch right next to the collar. Don't stitch on the interfacing. Cut the excess fabric, leaving quarter and seam allowance. Turn the collar and iron it neatly. Cut the excess fabric here, leaving quarter inch seam allowance. Mark the seam allowance here. This makes it more easy to attach the collar. Mark center of the collar. Also mark the center of the neckline. Start attaching the collar by keeping the right side of the collar to the wrong side of the fabric. Make sure to use the same seam allowance which we marked. Don't stretch the collar and don't stretch the fabric. We finished attaching, and here you can see the collar is exactly fitting to the neckline. Give small cut on the seam allowance before turning the collar. This makes it more easy to turn the collar. Now we need to give the finishing stitch. I am going to start the finishing stitch from the shoulder area. This is to avoid the bulky stitch at the corner. You can also start from one side to the other, but when you start from one side, if you couldn't give the knot properly, that spoils the entire look of the collar. So this is an easy tip for you to get more neatness. When you reach the corner, stop with needle, turn the fabric and then continue with the stitches. While stopping, stop with a knot. I hope you like this tutorial. Please let me know your feedback through comment box.